And we're live. Okay, everyone, how are you all doing? I was practicing how to say hello in Polish, and I still can't quite get it. Dorota, cześć.
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 Yeah,
like,
that was good. Cześć.
Okay. Well, hey to everyone. I'm like a thorn between three roses tonight. We've got Sarah over in the Netherlands. We've got Clara, who's well, not in Spain actually. You're in Latvia right now.
I'm in Latvia right now. Yes.
Poland. Ladies, how you all doing?
Great.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm great.
And we're here to talk about news. We didn't think we'd be talking about tonight because personally, I thought the news was that Poland would just be announcing their singer and their song tomorrow. But Dorota, that's not the case. And we got some surprise news today, which we'll talk about shortly. But we're just going to say hello to Ania Kowalska, who's also surprised by the news. Yeah, we were expecting the singer to be chosen tomorrow. That's not the case. We'll talk about it shortly. We've got Sarah O'Halloran. Hey to you. I'm sure you don't have any horrible habits, Sarah O'Halloran, but do let us know what you want to talk about. But Dorota, tell us about the news that came from, TVP today.
So basically, we're going to have Krajowa Eliminacja, which is Polish selections, and we're going to have 10 singers instead of just like one, as you said earlier. And yeah, we know some song, we don't know most songs basically, because we know 4 and 6 are still unknown. And I guess some premieres will be shortly and some will be later in February, and we just have to wait. And I'm really surprised, honestly, but the news broke out on one of the like rumor websites near to the midnight, not yesterday, but yeah, 2 days ago. And everyone was like, is it true? Are we going to have a final, or is it just a rumor? And right now, in the morning, in a breakfast show, we just found out that there will be Krajowa Eliminacja after all. And yeah, we have some familiar names, yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk about some of the names. But first of all, how do you feel about the fact that Poland is, because obviously there's been some internal selections more recently. I think the last national selection was it 2017?
2018, Gromi and Lucas Meyer.
Ah, of course. But, that resulted in an unsatisfying result for Poland. Obviously, maybe didn't do as well as people were hoping it would. They went for some internal selections with Tulia, I think.
Yeah, and Rafał.
Yes, of course.
And there were selections, but in a different form. That was Szansa na Sukces, when Alicia won. Alicja Szemplińska.
With Empires.
Yeah.
Oh, of course. We didn't get to see her on the Eurovision stage. So, I mean, we weren't expecting a national selection. We were expecting another internal selection, really. But how do you feel as a Polish Eurovision fan about the news?
From one side, I'm not really surprised, because TVP likes to change things up and like have the rules changed in the middle of like a season, and I'm happy. On the other side, I'm really happy because we get to know a bit more about the selection process and things like that. Because I guess if we would get just one representative, one singer, then we would never find out how many songs were sent to TVP, or if there are other people with potential who were there to send a song. And yeah, we get some names that are more known and some people that are basically unknown even in Poland. So yeah, that's quite exciting, because we have some people that are really like popular right now because of the radio hit songs, and some people that have a lot of potential, and some that are known from previous years. So it's a great mix of different styles and different people. So I'm happy to see them.
And in the live chat, we've already got some more people coming in. We'd love to know what you think about the news that we're going to have a Polish national selection. We've got Adrian Petrikowski. Hello to you. We've got Rye Bailey. You're hoping that Poland makes the final. Well, Dorota is hoping that Poland makes the final this year. Yeah. And I would love to see Poland back in the final. Adrian wants to know, what channel is it on, because you want to watch it.
I think it will be TVP2, the selections, but I'm not sure yet. I think it will be there.
And also, hey Jess, you're excited to see Poland's national selection. Now, Sarah, this is probably quite a clever tactic by TVP because it kind of takes the pressure off them a little bit. We know there was kind of lots of discontent among Polish fans with the selection of Rafał and the song "The Ride" last year, and really by doing this, they're able to put in the artists that they want to put in, but they're ultimately leaving the selection to the public. So if Poland doesn't qualify, if they don't get a great result, then it's kind of taken the heat off TVP a bit.
Yeah, I think it's a really great strategy for them to increase the engagement of the Polish Eurovision fans. Exactly.
Yeah, and Clara, it's great that the public are actually going to get to decide this time round, right?
Yeah, it's good because then they get like a voice. They feel more engaged or more taken into consideration. They feel like the artist is actually representing them because it's someone they did choose. It was not imposed on them. And I think part of the reason why they did it, I think I read, is because they didn't know, the TVP didn't know which song to choose because they really thought there was potential in most of them. So I think it is a great strategy to not be to not get the Eurofans angry, the Polish Eurofans angry, but it's also a good strategy as an approach, like to showcase they are an approachable TV station that they hear and take feedback into consideration. And ultimately, the best song or the song that people would really want to represent them is the one that will go to Eurovision.
Hey, just quickly say hello to Alexandros. Hey to you. We've got Tessiak in the live chat. Hey, Tessiak, we'd love to know what you guys think about the news that Poland are having a national selection this year. And what do you think of the artists? And obviously, some of the songs have already been released, some of them for some time now, actually. But we'd love to know what you guys think. And Jess, Dorota, do you trust the Polish public to make the right choice?
Here's the thing, the choice will not only be the Polish public, but also the jury. Mm-hmm. And from what I've heard, it will be the same jury that actually was making the choice before on the all songs in the internal process that was going on before. And I think they will make a right choice. I think it will ultimately be between Krystian, Ochman and between Daria. And there might be a dark horse, I think, from the songs that we now have. There might be a few dark horses, actually, because I think Ania Byrcyn does have a really great song, and it's a ballad, and it's this bondesque, let's say, which is kind of a similar style to Alicia that won before. And I really think that Unmute is a great project. I'm not sure if it even qualifies for Eurovision, and I think we should talk about it because it's so really interesting thing.
Yeah, so we will go through some of the songs, but I think the one you're talking about is the one with, as far as I've heard, it has no lyrics, no singing in it.
I mean, it does have lyrics, but in sign language. So there's no voice per se, but they sing with their hands with sign language.
It's such an interesting concept, though, for a Eurovision song. It's definitely something we have never seen before on a Eurovision stage. There's the Secret Garden song that has, I don't know, half a minute of lyrics, and then the rest is music. And that plays, I think it won, right?
It won, yeah. But they had to. There has to be singing. There has to be singing of some sort. But of course, you don't have to sing with a voice.
Because it has lyrics, it has singing, but not in a voice we hear usually. Because it's a voice that people who don't hear have. That's what their voice is, those hands.
Yeah. I love. Go on, Clara.
There's a loophole then. It should be, if you want people singing, the actual title of the program should be Eurovision Voice Contest. instead of Eurovision Song Contest. So if you take into consideration that loophole, maybe the song is accepted.
Yeah, and there's no way really that they could say it. It would be difficult for the EBU if it won the selection to say that it breaches the rules, because it is in a language that maybe we don't talk and understand, but it's in a language that people do communicate in. And if you're talking about inclusivity and diversity and equality, then yeah, of course it should be allowed. I'm just quickly going to say, Adrian, the selection is not happening now. It's on the 19th of February. Someone correct me if I got that date wrong. But yeah, it won't be on TV yet. We still got a month or so before it happens. All the songs haven't been released yet. But Dorota, just take us through the list of 10 singers, and then we will discuss some of the names that we know, because there is a former Eurovision performer on the list as well. So just take us through the singers or the acts.
So yeah, the first one is the one I already talked about, which is a project called Unmute, with a song Głośniej niż decybele, which is basically louder than decibels. And then it's Karolina Stanisławczyk with Chica, Toro, and they sing a song Move, which will be in English and Spanish from what I've heard. Then
Chica Toro means bull girl, so in Spanish, so
yeah,
makes sense.
Yeah,
a bull, you know, like the bullfighting.
Yeah,
a bull. Yeah, bull girl. Chica Toro.
Ah,
That's interesting.
it's because the girl is from Colombia, so like it's not like foreign for her to call herself in Spanish. So yeah. And the next person is Emilia Dębska, who also calls herself Mila, with a song All I Need. Then there's Daria with Paranoia, which we basically all heard about. There's Krystian Ochman with River, so a song in English that we haven't heard. It's not the English version of any other song. Then there's Lidia Kopania with Why Does It Hurt? Then we have Kuba Szmajkowski with Lovesick, Karolina Lizer with Czysta, woda, which is basically clean or clear water. And then Siostry Szlachta, sisters Szlachta, Julia and Victoria Szlachta. They are twins, with a song Drogowskazy. And then the last one is Ania Byrcyn with Dokąd, which is where or where to, because it's like showing a direction with the word.
And Sarah, one of those names we do recognise from Eurovision, which is Lidia. I'm going to say Kopania.
Kopania, yeah.
Kopania, and she sung "I Don't Want to Leave," which I can kind of remember. I can't remember it very well. In my head, it goes, "I don't want to leave,"
but it's my destiny. I will fly la 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 to see.
I thought that was a really pretty song. Do you remember that one, Sarah? Or you're going to tell me that you're far too young?
Well, I remember it
You're going to be one of those, I wasn't even born people.
No, I remember it slightly, and I think it was a great song because I really love big ballads and like these dramatic songs. I live for that. So I think that was a great song, and I'm very curious to see what this new song is all about. And I don't know when it's coming out. Maybe you guys know that?
She didn't say yet. There's no date, at least from like hour ago. There was no date. And the thing is that the song is like composed and it was written basically by Ylva and Linda Perström, the well-known twins that create songs for basically every selection. And yeah, it's the second time they have a song in Polish selections, because there was Monika Urlik with Momentum, that was the title. So yeah, that was the song by the duo, and it was second, I think, in the selections then. So yeah, she might have a chance, but it's like hard to tell right now because we don't really know what the song will be. We can guess it would be a ballad because that's what Lidia does most often. So yeah, that's
based on the title. Based on the title, it will probably be a ballad.
Yeah.
Well, I'm always down for a ballad. You guys know how much I love a nice big power ballad. Now, Clara, before we kind of got this news, there'd been rumours around some of the Polish fans in the Polish community for a while. We obviously had Daria with the Paranoia song, and some people were adamant that that was going to be the song that was announced. We then had this Lovesick one, which was kind of banded around this week, and then there was talk about there being 3 artists in the running, and I think Dorothy, you reported on that recently, and then we get these 10 artists. You've heard a song. You've heard Paranoia, haven't you?
Yes, I've heard the 4 released songs. Yes.
Are there any that stand out for you of the 4?
Paranoia. Paranoia stands out for me. Paranoia stands out for me because it has a repetitive chorus, and even if it took a while for me to get into the song, but by the end of it, it was just like an earworm. And it has a very good formula to get into someone's mind, and then maybe the lyrics and the music are not my cup of tea, but I cannot deny that it's an earworm. And the one without lyrics that we were just talking about, that also stuck out for me because it's original. It's an idea that hasn't been explored.
Yeah, the problem with it for me is that it's really short. It's like a minute and 30 seconds. Because, that's really short, and hopefully they will make it longer, but it might be a problem to show it on stage because, when there is a sign language, then you can really show people in front of the stage because you will miss the words.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of problematic for that, and it might be too hard to show a song without like a human voice that's not sign language for 2 or 3 minutes. It might be get boring for people with the time.
Yeah, it's interesting because here in the UK actually we have Strictly Come, which is like our version of, I'll say the original version of Dancing with the Stars in the USA, and it was won this year by an actress who's in one of the most famous soap operas here, and she's completely deaf, so she can't hear any sound. And she was an amazing dancer, but everyone every week was saying, how does she do this? How does she dance in time to the music if she can't hear it? And it was, it's a real journey for her. And one of the more recent dancers before she won was kind of her telling her story. And they were dancing to, I think it was, the song Symphony. And then halfway through, the music just cut completely, complete silence. And she just carried on dancing with her partner, and that was to show what it's like for her, what her world is like. And I think it would be a beautiful thing if they were able to do this through the song. I've not heard the song, but the idea behind it I really love. So yeah, we will. It could be something that could really touch people as well and make people think. I have a question for you. I did have a question for you, Dorothy. But before we go to that, I'm going to say hello to Muaytek. 19th of February is national selection. We've got Clavs. Hey to you, Clavs. And Dorothy, I found a question and I already asked you it. It was about whether you thought that the public would make the right choice. We knew this one would come up, but we have to do it quickly. What are your favourite Polish entries in Eurovision? So, Clara, I'm going to come to you first.
Ich treue keine Grenze. Keine Grenze. I don't know, that the first time I heard him growl, because I don't know, that wasn't singing. When I was growing up, that was like the first time I heard someone sing like that. That really, mesmerized me, the whole performance and the whole music track.
Right, Sarah.
Mine was We Are Slavic. With the girls, it was so campy. I loved everything about it.
Yeah, that is a tune. That's my brother's. I think that's probably my brother's favourite performance. And they got 12 points from the UK televote. I'm pretty sure that the UK voted for that. That was a great song. And
it was a great song.
Mine is. It has to be Edita Gorniak with Tony.
Unsurprising.
Yeah, it's just beautiful. One of the best vocal performances ever at Eurovision. And Dorota, your favourite?
And mine will be, I think, a bit surprising, which is Anna Maria Jopek, Ale Jestem, which is 97. I love that song.
Do you know that one, Clara?
No, I don't.
Oh, it's,
Yeah,
such a good
beautiful.
song. Such a good song. It's kind of like for 1997, it's kind of like a bit not jazzy. How would you describe it? I don't know.
I think I would call it like a kind of folky fairy tale. That's what I get from it. Like when you look at the lyrics, it just, it's the similar vibe, because it's basically a story about like there are a lot of things in the world, and I might be a small person, like in the scale of the world. I might be just a grain of sand in the world, but I exist, and that's most important.
Clara, that's your task. You have to listen to that song because it is a
mental note. Yeah.
We've got Dean in the live. Says Dorota, congrats on joining Eurovoxx. Hey. Do you think Doda has a chance to get a wild card? So I've not heard of a wild card option this year.
I don't think so. But here's the thing with Doda, that she announced yesterday that she sent a song, and people got really excited that maybe she will get in the selections, or maybe will be selected internally. And the thing is, she sent the song yesterday, and the deadline was in November, and people like thought that she should get a wild card. But it's like, when you think about it, it's really unfair to all the other contestants who like obeyed the rules, who sent it in the deadline, who thought about it. But it's like she heard about the national selections and thought, oh, maybe I will send a song, I will maybe show up, and things like that. And she said something like, I went crazy, I sent a song to TVP. And everyone was excited and was surprised by the fact. But it's kind of the same thing she did in 2015, when she said like she will certainly will be sent with a different song with Rajotka, and like she obviously wasn't. It was Monika Kuszyńska then. So I think it's a kind of a publicity stunt and something to promote her single, but not really to get into Eurovision. Because in previous years she was watching it, she was supporting people, and she said she will not go. It's like what Iveta Mukucian said like some time ago, that she will go to Eurovision again, but when they do this, and this.
I saw that Insta story. Yes.
Yeah, that's what basically Doda said in the past.
So basically, more support from TVP, more like a bigger budget, support in releasing videos and her videos and music, and fulfilling the contractual obligations of all of the things that were promised.
Yeah, that's what she wanted in the past. But yesterday, she said she sent a song, and I don't think she will get a wild card, because maybe TVP is not always going by the rules, and they are changing the rules often. But when they set the rules for contestants, I don't think they will change it for one person, even if it's very popular. And I think it might be very discouraging for next year's, when people find out that, like artists find out that, oh yeah, there were rules, but Doda came and said she wanted to take part, and they made her take part, and she probably would win because of the fandom she has. She has a lot of fans, and she could be high in the jury vote. But that would be like discouraging and unfair for other, and might make people not like send their songs to another selections. So
we see people kind of jump on to get publicity when it comes to announcements. I mean, there's I can't remember what her name is, but there's the girl that was in the German selection that jumps on kind of Eurovision publicity.
Helena Fischer?
No, Ali Ryan.
Ali Ryan, okay.
Yeah, who's who kind of
It's
jumps.
become a Eurovision meme now.
Yeah,
but
because she was like sending a song to every selection that allowed people from abroad.
yeah,
And
but
people
you know,
were thinking if she will send a song to San Marino now, now that they allowed it. Yeah.
But it just shows how big Eurovision is. You know, people can use it for their own publicity. So yeah, for me, I don't think there will be any wild card. I think this list is pretty final. What's interesting is TVP had already invited Daria to perform her song at the New Year's party. So it has already been publicly performed. We still got I think is it 6 songs to come. So 6 songs that we haven't yet heard, but I would expect them over the coming week, at least because these artists, now that they've found out they've been shortlisted, they'll be in the final, they'll be wanting to promote their entries as early as possible. I should think. Is there anyone in that list who you think, based on their popularity in Poland, is probably one of the front runners to win that ticket to Turin?
So it's for me basically Daria or Krystian. That's like the most popular people there, because Daria is not that famous like for the name Daria, for the person who she is, but for the songs she has. And the thing is, many people in Poland don't even know she's Polish, because she basically sings songs in English. And recently I was talking with my parents, and I was talking about Daria, and they were like, I don't know who that is. And I was like, let me play you the song. And they were like, oh, I'm surprised she is Polish, because I wouldn't expect that, because it's like in English and it's in this style that like Polish artists don't really have, because it's more like this pop song that you hear in the, for example, UK, but with a kind of different style. But yeah, it's just going in that direction, and it wants it to be like that. Like the songs in UK, like Dua Lipa or artists like that.
Yeah, and she was tipped, of course, to be the Polish representative this year. But Sarah, when it comes to Polish national selections, it's not always gone the way the fans have expected it to. And I'm thinking of people like, I don't think Kasia Mosh was kind of the favourite in the year that she was selected. Obviously, we had Margaret as well with what was the song called?
Cool Me Down.
Cool Me Down. Has there been any other surprises, Dorota, in the most recent selections?
I mean, the same year that Margaret was taking part was Edyta Górniak with Grateful. That was the same year, and they lost with Michał Szpak, who was not that popular, but was really popular among like these kind of ladies that are in the like 40s, 50s, let's say, and they are like the target who really watches the TVP the most. And they were in love with his voice, and you can feel that nostalgic like style in his song. So yeah, Color of Your Life wasn't like the most modern song, but he had really impressive voice. And I think it might be the same thing with Krystian Ochman right now, because he has really impressive voice that has this different style, because it's kind of modern, but also it has opera influences from like his grandfather, who was famous opera singer in Poland. So yeah. Actually, the thing with him is that I think his grandpa heard him sing some musical he did in high school, and decided that he should go learn music in a professional school, and that's how he got into it, actually, and how he came back to Poland, because that's where he went to school, because he was born in the USA. So yeah.
Oh wow, Sarah. Now Poland they've really had so much success at Junior Eurovision over the past few years, with two wins. Obviously, Sarah James coming second this year. Are you surprised that we haven't seen maybe someone like Roxy from Junior Eurovision on this list? Because she's old enough to take part now, I believe. Have I got that wrong? She's old enough. She's
I
16.
think she's old enough. Yeah.
I think
old
she had
enough.
her 17th birthday recently.
So
I
I'm
she,
not
think she's
sure.
old enough.
she could have taken part. Are you quite as sad as I am not to see her on this list? Because people have been kind of crying for Poland to take their junior Eurovision success through to adult Eurovision. And in junior Eurovision, they've really got 3 stars kind of in the making when it comes to adult Eurovision, which is Roxy, Vicky Gabor, and Sarah James when they're old enough.
I think it's always a good idea to pick someone who already has Eurovision experience from the junior Eurovision. They know how to talk to the press. They know how to be likable to the Eurovision fans. So I always think that's a great idea. And just a little bit of time between the contestants, maybe, like the years they are participating. But yeah, I mean, it would have been great to see her on the list, but it's not. So
I guess it comes down to, maybe she just hasn't got the right song at the moment. But, I've really got my hopes set that we will see all 3 of those ladies at adult Eurovision in the future. Because, Clara, we're so ready to go to Poland for Eurovision, right?
Oh my God, yes, indeed. I would love a Eurovision in Poland. We were so blown away by how good junior Eurovision was in Gliwice. And I really want to go to Poland for Eurovision. So Polish people, dawaj, dawaj.
Well, if it would be a great show if Poland got to host it, I think, because they showed that, as you said, with Junior Eurovision a couple of years ago, 2019, wasn't it?
Yes.
I was saying this the other day. I cannot believe that was literally a couple of months before the pandemic, before COVID. It doesn't work in my timeline, but yeah, I really want Poland to do well this year. We're desperate to see a good result for Poland. We're just quickly going to go. Mr. System wants to know if we've got any predictions for Eurovision in the next 4 months. I have.
I have one.
21 songs by the end of March.
I think Spain might do better this year than normally, and I'm like. I'm very pessimistic when it comes to Spain, and I'm Spanish. So I think the fact that I'm a little bit hopeful might mean something.
With the Spanish selections, I have this thing that I never expected it to be so good. Because I really love a lot of songs. And
then which is the worst?
Let's just say hey to Stews. Well, just giving a shout out to Dorota.
Hola.
Thank you for welcoming me, and because I'm really excited to be here and to talk to you, and hopefully you like to listen to me, and you're not like muting the the sound when I'm talking.
We're very excited to have you. And Beauty by Nature with Magdalena sounds like a channel that we need to check out. Why can't all the pre-selection songs be found in YouTube's January now and we can't even hear the proposition? So we only found out today that there was going to be 10 songs. So I would imagine that over the next week or so, we would hope the other songs are going to be published and you'll be able to check them all out on YouTube. And do come back to us because we will be telling you what we think of the songs as well when they are all published. Jess is saying, apparently Roxy was approached by TVP to sing for Poland in 2021, but she declined. She said she would consider Eurovision in the future if she has the right song. I mean, that's the thing as well, isn't it? A person on their own can't win Eurovision. They have to have the right song as well. And I did see, we have to say hello to Yusuf. Hey, Yusuf, how you doing? We've also got Jose, who says the singer named Daria seems to be a good option for Poland. Good luck in Eurovision, Poland. But yeah, guys, I think that's enough. Well, it's never enough.
Never.
Guys, if you are new to us, please do subscribe. We're going to have lots more news, videos, reactions, everything coming up over the next few months. It's getting busy, guys. National selection season has properly started. So make sure you subscribe to our channel and go and follow us on our socials. And yeah, we have to quickly say hello to Mark Bugard. You caught us right at the end, Mark. And also Francesca. You're preparing lessons for your students. Oh God, I hope we haven't distracted you.
What subject are you teaching?
Yeah, imagine.
Eurovision.
It's like that thing when someone's trying to count and you're like saying, like someone's going 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're going 96, 23. I could
Oh,
just
you've done that
imagine-
to me very often.
Yeah, I can just imagine like some random Eurovision stuff in these lessons, which sounds like a good lesson to go to. But anyway, guys, we're going to wrap it up there. Have a lovely evening. And she's teaching Spanish. She teaches
Oh, qué bien.
Spanish. There you go. All right, then, guys. Dorota, Sarah, Clara, thank you so much. And we'll catch up with you all soon. See you guys.
Bye.